This is a demo of the patent-pending Form Engine for QuickBase. It's the only product of its kind, and built for QuickBase, that QuickBase enables and mobile enables your form and document processes across the enterprise like nothing else. As a few examples of the problem and areas of opportunity, every organization has data-driven forms and documents that you execute with employees, vendors, customers, and others continuously. That includes onboarding all the new ones and the transactions you do with them throughout your relationship with them. The bigger picture of the problem across the enterprise would be more like this, with your business still creating, executing, approving, and sharing all these by email and paper, or maybe DocuSign or other e-signature or form tools. These are mountains of manual work and overhead just to get the business done and deliver service. It slows down the business and costs more than you think. The solution is to convert all those offline processes into digital QuickBase processes, as the Form Engine uniquely enables. There are tremendous benefits in that, as Forrester, Gartner, and others have documented. The Form Engine is the most powerful add-on that you can add to your QuickBase, adding unique functionality in these 5 areas and more. If you need any of these, you need the Form Engine, because you get them all and more with a Form Engine subscription. It's also the modern replacement for end-of-life exact forms. The combination of Form Engine and QuickBase is now the most powerful forms-based workflow platform available. So as 20-year QuickBase experts ourselves, we think all serious QuickBase users and organizations of any size should be using the Form Engine. You and your business deserve to have the most advanced functionality you can have with QuickBase, and this is it. We'll cover a lot in this demo. But like with QuickBase, you don't need to know everything the Form Engine can do to start using it. If you see one or more areas of functionality you can use now, that's enough, and you'll find more after you have it working for you. Also, consider where you can save money replacing other third-party tools like DocuSign, FormStack, and others with the single all-in-one Form Engine, as many are doing. Here are a few examples of what you can now have. Your company's offline government forms like W-4s, I-9s, and others can be automated online transactions in QuickBase. Your Word, PDF, or paper NDAs become automated online NDAs. Your company's manual onboarding forms can become automated online processes. You can digitize your large, highly formatted forms and documents with static and dynamic sizing for input and output. You can auto-generate output documents in your formats for quotes, POs, invoices, and more. And those can also have e-signatures for acceptance or as executable agreements. You can have beautiful branded forms in minutes with no code, when you can't get custom QuickBase forms like these today without expensive custom code. And beyond generating exact forms plus PDFs, you can now auto-populate your PowerPoints with QuickBase data, and even auto-generate data-driven PowerPoints and other online presentations. You can also add input fields, so your users could ask questions or make comments on your presentations right in the presentation itself. PowerPoint and QuickBase is a powerful combination that Form Engine enables. And you can do online presentations with live data that don't even have to be output as PowerPoints. The Form Engine has PDF data parsing capability to extract data out of volumes of populated PDFs and get it into QuickBase. So for example, you could have your vendors attach their completed W-9s in a Form Engine form and submit. The Form Engine will create a record in your QuickBase app with all the data in their W-9 and attach the W-9 itself. Whether you're using mobile forms yet or not, Form Engine gives you the most advanced custom mobile forms with e-signatures and QR codes. The QR codes provide new mobile enablement, and ours can be encoded to be vehicle-specific, equipment, facility, or employee-specific with geolocation, so you can now easily mobile enable your company's assets. The QR codes can even render advanced custom mobile portals that can enable multiple functions to be done on company assets like these, all in your QuickBase. With equipment-specific QR codes, you enable on-the-spot requesting or recording of repairs and maintenance, updates to inventory or status, or make information about the equipment accessible on the equipment itself, centrally controlled from your desktop. In this example, you have inventory-specific QR codes for things like one-click mobile inventory replenishment request. It can notify the specific person responsible for inventory of each stock item by email or even by text. This functionality has been tremendously expensive and complex to get until now, and is affordable and easy to do with the Form Engine. Here are some custom mobile form examples. Feel free to try any with your phone camera and the QR code. You won't see the data going into our QuickBase apps behind them, but you can get an idea of what you could give your users. Let's see how a quick example works where you digitize your company's purchase requisitions into a digital Form Engine form with a QuickBase app behind it. All authorized employees can start using this online version that is identical to the old PDF or other offline version. It has full QuickBase data validation because it's a real QuickBase form with e-signatures. They can have conditional fields, conditional field behaviors and approvals. Purchase requisitions now automatically come into a central QuickBase app from all over the country with no more emails, handling, or data entry for approvals and processing. They can be auto-routed for online approvals right in this form in minutes instead of days or longer. And your employees don't need any training because they're just using an online version of the form you're using today. Those that are approved can be automatically turned into purchase orders and sent to vendors to accept in your online PO and fulfill. You can even generate the working sales orders for their input and material receipts in the same workflow, automating all of it. They say the best system is an invisible system, and this is a new invisible system. Now your employees and even suppliers execute digital transactions with your business, interacting with your QuickBase apps without even knowing the QuickBase apps are behind it. It is monetization without disruption, no training or notification required. Here's how you build in the Form Engine. The Form Engine can be browser accessed from anywhere, and you can start using it for free right now, in minutes. You log in with just your QuickBase credentials and realm name like this, or putting in a user token you create for SSO realms. It is built for QuickBase. You only need your QuickBase credentials to use it. The Form Engine user interface here is just for you as builders. Your end users never see it. It is the interface behind the invisible system. This first screen is the home screen with the library of all your digitized business forms and assets for your entire QuickBase realm in one place. It will be blank when you start and will fill in with the forms and documents you create, looking more like this. You work with all your Form Engine assets from here. Let's say I want to digitize the W-4s all our employees complete in regular PDFs today. First, I need to form a QuickBase app and table with the fields in the W-4, like this. Then I create a new template, and I have the option to make it a static form or dynamic form. It's a static form since it's fixed sized, so I choose that and import this year's W-4 PDF. It converts the PDF into an identical web background image. I choose my target QuickBase table that has the W-4 fields and a file upload file attachment field to store all the W-4s we generate. And start dragging and dropping the QuickBase fields where they need to go on the form. We have unique drag and drop free-form field placement with easy resizing, aligning, and formatting. In some sections, where it looks like I need checkboxes, I actually need radio buttons so the user can only choose one option. So the QuickBase field is a multiple choice, and I choose the option to display that field as radio buttons, sized to my needs for this form, and free-form placed where I need them. This is critical functionality, and you can't do it in native QuickBase. You have field behaviors, like form rules, where you can configure dynamic elements to the digital versions of your real business forms, like conditionally requiring them. We're free-form dragging, dropping, and formatting live QuickBase fields in ways that have never been possible. Creating a custom QuickBase form or asset is easier than building a native QuickBase form. We have e-signatures, where we make file attachments into multi-purpose fields. I'll only put a few of the fields on the form, and when I save it, It is a new digital form in my library, ready to use. This button renders it from its URL in a new tab, and as an employee completer, for the few fields we included, I can fill it out, e-sign it, and submit it. I get the option of downloading a PDF of the form I just completed. And back in the QuickBase app, the employee submitting the new W-4 created the record with all their data and generated and attached their signed PDF automatically. It is now all automated. Now that I've digitized this form, at least with some fields, it's also usable for editing existing records using this wizard to create a formula URL field for this form in the target table. Clicking it for any record renders the W-4 with that record's data for editing and updating. I also have options for creating a print or output version of the form that's read-only, like Exact Forms, and a version that pre-fills the form with a record's data, but creates a new QuickBase record when the user submits it. The Generate PDF option creates a webhook to auto-generate data-populated PDFs of any form or document and attaches the PDF in the records. Whenever you digitize or build a form once, it's usable for all these things, which no other tool can do. Pause if you'd like to read them. I'll just summarize to say that it gives you the most powerful form and document platform available in your QuickBase. You can use the same form digitizing process with any background image you create or get from anywhere to build beautiful branded forms like this, just dragging and dropping the fields onto the background. You'd otherwise need to write expensive code to create custom forms like this for your website, events, or other purposes that reflect your company. When you have custom branded forms like this, the data in them should go directly into your QuickBase, not into FormStack or some other form tools database. We call this and previous examples static forms, since they have static format and background images. But the Form Engine also enables you to build the dynamic forms and documents your business needs with our no-code HTML builder. It looks like a Microsoft Word interface, but unlike desktop Word docs, this is more powerful for the built-for-web, modern business forms, documents, and other assets your business needs. You can build anything from blank canvas with live QuickBase fields from any app. You just start typing and formatting. You can insert images, tables, and other elements. If you're an HTML developer, you can also get to the code and work in that code too. You can auto-insert content blocks and other elements you need. Or, for example, if I have a form in Word or another format that I want to start with, like this asset request form, a simple way to migrate is just to copy and paste the form's content into a blank canvas like this. I might need to clean up the formatting differences, but then I can start inserting fields where I want them, building my dynamic form. The fields are inserted into the dynamic HTML page content. This is how it displays for input, with the working QuickBase fields, but dynamic sizing, so the form expands for the data that goes into it. It can also have embedded, highly formatted QuickBase reports. Here's what a digitized PO might look like in the Dynamic Builder, with the HTML container outlines turned on so you can see the layout. Here's an example of building a custom branded form that we use ourselves. You can create your form background in PowerPoint or anything like this for desktop forms, and just screenshot it to use as your custom form background. For mobile, make the portrait version of the background like this, and drop your fields in a single column. It looks large on the Form Engine Builder screen here, but try opening the QR code with your phone right now, and you'll see it looks right on your phone. New custom and mobile forms can be this easy. Next, with the Form Engine, you can digitize read-only informational assets in less than a minute each, like the examples listed here, to extend the information and service you provide out into the physical workplace and world. If, for instance, you wanted to digitize a safety rules document you already have and display the QR code to the digital version in one or multiple places in your workplace, you just create a new static form, import the safety rules document, and save it. There aren't any QuickBase fields to map in it. It just converts it to an online document in your library and generates the URL link and QR code for you to use. Now you can post and use those anywhere and update the document in your library whenever needed. And since this kind of informational asset doesn't exchange live data with QuickBase, there is unlimited use of these kinds of assets included in every Form Engine subscription. So now that it's this easy, you can start digitizing your offline informational assets into online and mobile assets to help your people wherever they need that information. And it is all centralized here. Next, let's see a working Form Engine sample solution for vendor pre-qualification and onboarding. We have this Vendor Lightning app with our vendor pre-qualification, NDA, and W-9 forms digitized and integrated into it. Those business and government forms are now working QuickBase forms. The resulting automated workflows work like this. An employee who wants to qualify and onboard a new vendor just creates a new vendor record with as little as these 3 fields and saves it. An email notification goes out to the vendor contact that looks like this. Thank you for your interest in doing business with us. Please click the links, complete, and submit the forms behind them. The vendor gets an online version of our real vendor qualification form, partially populated, for them to finish. The fields are real QuickBase fields with field validation, required fields, and e-signatures. The vendor doesn't know or need to know that there's a QuickBase app behind this. It's just an easier way for them to provide the information and execute the form like you need them to. They submit the Form Engine form and it offers them a PDF copy if they want it. Back in the QuickBase app, all the data the vendor input updated their vendor record instantly and auto-generated and attached a PDF of their signed pre-qual form. When they click on the NDA to complete, it is pre-filled and even updated for the correction to their company name that they themselves made in your app when they just submitted their pre-qual form. And if they had submitted other data like their address in the previous form, and the fields were in this form too, it would have pre-filled the fields in this form. All of it making it easier and faster for them to correctly do what your business needs them to do. The digital W-9 is the same easy completion experience, or even easier if they just want to attach an already completed W-9 like most of our businesses have. And the Form Engine will parse the data out of it into your QuickBase app and store the data and their W-9 PDF together. So using digital Form Engine forms makes it easier for all the people you do transactions with, as well as your own people who need to process those transactions. Your required forms become a new system user interface. You're capturing the data at its first point of creation in QuickBase automatically, and the required signed documents are automatically generated and stored too. When documents go digital, nothing gets lost. Validated data and auto-generated PDFs of transactions now flow automatically into your QuickBase apps 24/7, saving the business work and money and speeding it up with every automated form process. This is the modern new way of digital business, and it is in your hands with the Form Engine and QuickBase. Here's a summary slide for how you can use the single Form Engine platform to digitize and automate parts of your business processes upstream and downstream from your QuickBase and other source systems, doing more than you can today and doing it in QuickBase itself. You could get started with any of these standard processes that you already keep in QuickBase or should keep in QuickBase. But any initial use cases you have for the Form Engine can be a good start, and you can try it today on a free trial. Or contact us with questions, or if you'd like us to do the work for you as a service. Form Engine functionality is growing continuously. We have a big product roadmap, so if you don't see a feature you need, it could be on our roadmap or get on our roadmap. Some customers are paying to get new features they want right away. See how it can improve your business, regardless of the other tools you're using. join us in the growing list of FormEngine users. We'd look forward to supporting you. Thank you.